Tonight on Newsbeat.
So disgusting.
LSU students have some unwelcome roommates in an on-campus apartment. The NFL is back and in full swing with Thursday night football, and one elementary is breaking in a new skill. All this and more, your Thursday Newsbeat starts now.
Welcome to your first Thursday Newsbeat of the semester. I'm Cooper Dick.
And I'm Charlie Thomas.
We open tonight's broadcast with breaking news as LSU is investigating allegations of hazing at one of the fraternity houses on campus. A police report submitted by LSU PD said that a potential hazing incident occurred on August 21st at the Kappa Sigma fraternity house.
University spokesman Zach LaBee issued a brief statement Thursday saying, quote, "This is an ongoing investigation," end quote. This is a developing story. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced the building of ICE facilities in Angola, Louisiana. These facilities will be named Camp 57 and are currently being built. It is believed to be called Camp 57 because Jeff Landry is the 57th governor of Louisiana. There are more than 200 detention and processing centers throughout the United States. As of late August, ICE has detained 61,226 people. Camp 57 is among those part of Trump's efforts to deport illegal immigrants.
We're working to secure our borders, remove dangerous illegal aliens, stop drug and human smuggling, and lock up these criminals as long as we can in our prisons. Thanks to Secretary Noem, Homeland Security, all of our agencies working together to apprehend these illegal aliens, and Governor Landry for your use of this incredible facility, locking them up and keeping them here.
With housing troubles on the rise, LSU placed freshmen off campus. But students have said they're sharing their new home with some unexpected roommates. Reporter Brasia Clark lays down what is going on inside the units.
Every year, LSU lets in more and more students even when they don't have the housing spots. And this year was no different. LSU thought it was a good idea to assign the freshmen to live in the Ion apartment complex. But that was quickly turned around as a roach infestation broke out when the students were moving in.
From what I've heard, there's no roaches on the 5th floor, but like 3rd floor and down, roach infestation.
Since moving in, it's been problems on top of problems with the Ion. TikToks have gone viral of roaches being in the rooms, on the pillowcases, crawling up the wall and blinds. Even parents are making videos regarding their child's experience and how LSU housing is not doing a good job of handling the situation.
She said once she opened up the dishwasher, roaches scattered everywhere. She opened up the cabinetry inside of the kitchen, roaches everywhere. She opened up the stove, roaches everywhere. There's even a roach that's stuck on the inside of their stove, you know where that digital clock is? So disgusting.
Freshman Devin Riggins was placed in the Ion by LSU, but quickly made complaints because the roaches were out of control.
The roaches was really bad in my roommate's room. Like, they were all up in her carpet, and like they were even, it was to the point where the baby roaches, like the little small ones, ended up getting in her pillows and her sheets. So that was the last day.
Others have been fed up with the rooms being a mess and maintenance not doing their job.
Retainers on the floor, condoms, everything was trash. Like the tub was literally brown.
Residential Life has yet to comment on the roach infestation and how they are handling the situation. On the bright side, LSU is starting construction on another freshman dorm that's supposed to be ready by 2027. With this happening, freshmen would hopefully not have to worry about the Ion anymore. For Tiger TV News, I'm Brasia Clark.
As of now, the Ion is working on taking care of the roach problem, and students are hoping the conditions will improve soon.
LSU's first black law dean, Alina Allen, will step down from her role at the end of the academic school year, ending her tenure before she wished to. According to NOLA.com, Allison Jones, Allen's attorney, stated the dean did not agree to resign, but faced systematic discrimination and retaliatory conduct from the LSU Board of Supervisors. This comes from when Allen was told they were going in a different direction 3 months after she voiced concerns about irregularities in the LSU Law School's finances. Jones said the dean is considering legal action over alleged racial and gender discrimination. When asked to comment on the situation, LSU responded saying, "In this case, the university felt the dean was not meeting expectations in a few key areas to ensure success. Thus, last week, the dean was asked in a year to step back into a purely academic role in which she has been highly effective. Removing a dean from their duties and having them return to teaching, while unfortunate, is not unusual in higher education." This is a developing story.
Well, next at 5, one coach who believes LSU football deserves a failing grade. We'll be right back.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You know, the narrative leading into our first game, our fan base was going to be eroding. The head coach is on the hot seat. They can't run the ball. They won't be able to stop the run. It went on. And then 24 hours later, the same people said that we got one of the best teams in the country.
That wasn't even Brian Kelly's best comeback, but we'll have more on that in a minute. Welcome back. I'm Gia Picarella here with your Tiger Sports Update. I don't know how you wouldn't know already, but the Tigers are ranked number 3 in the AP Top 25 poll against their road win against Clemson. Going into the game, the offensive line was a big concern, but right guard Josh Thompson knew their unity would get the job done.
One of the biggest, focal points for us coming into the season was to, grow our unity, right? It's a bunch of new faces, and to be a good offensive line, you have to be a tight unit. And I'll say, one of the coolest things, especially after playing a lot of football and being able to see the big picture of it all, is seeing how much we were able to grow in that offseason. Not just, from a relationship standpoint, but in how we played.
Now, the Tiger staff and team is pleased with their performance, but Dabo Swinney apparently thinks both teams deserve failing grades. Give this a listen.
It's like getting the final exam day one of class. They made a 65, we made a 58. Neither one of us were great.
Geez, I'd hate to have him as my college professor, and I think Brian Kelly would agree too. When he got his test score back, here's what he had to say.
He's either a really good grader for, giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half.
Jumping from college football to the NFL, we have the first game of the season between the Cowboys and the Eagles. I've got the Eagles. What about y'all?
Well, I have to stay true to my hometown team and my first love. How about them Cowboys?
Look, I'm from Texas too, but I'm with Gia. Tonight is for the Eagles.
Well, that's all we have for your sports update. Coming up, one elementary school is breaking into some new equipment. Stay tuned.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Charlie, do you remember what you were doing in elementary school?
Look, I don't know about you, but I thought I was going to go pro playing hot cross buns.
Well, one elementary school is teaching their kids a skill that has never been taught before. Reporter Mila Fair goes inside a new classroom.
I'm here at Broadwood Elementary School where history is being made. These young students are learning more than just their 1, 2, 3s and ABCs, but how to become the next generation of reporters. This is the very first class to bring broadcast journalism into an elementary school classroom. At the center of it all is Miss Jones. She isn't just teaching her students journalism, but inspiring them to use their voice at an early age. For many, our journalism resume doesn't start until high school, while for these students, it starts right here in the classroom.
I'm giving them I build their resume because it's like, you guys in elementary, you lying? No, check the baby. I was doing that. I want to put them out there, especially those who feel like they can go nowhere else in life, but to what they see, oh no, there's more to life than just what you see on TV.
Ms. Jones says her class is teaching students how to think critically, ask questions, and tell stories that matter, skills that could very much shape the next generation of journalists and inspire those to search for more.
Learning in this class, it's going to make me want to be a reporter later on, but I'm sticking to football right now.
Jones, being a Southern University graduate, is happy to be able to pour into the same community that helped her grow, saying that she's happy to teach these students everything from broadcast journalism to podcasting to just getting out of their shell.
I want to give them some hope. I want them to know there's more to just Broadmoor or, hate to say, like Youngboy or the streets. Like, some of these kids, they go home, they homeless. That's the time I want to give them hope when they come to school. Some of my kids eat meal. I want to be their outlet. Like, they come and tell Miss Jones, I'd be so happy to see you. I'm like, sometimes I be sluggish. I'm like, you know what? I'm happy to see you too. I want to be that person for them.
When these elementary school students touch the mic, it's clear that the future of journalism is in good hands. And who knows, maybe one day these bucks will become future Tigers at our own station. For Tiger TV, I'm Mila Fair.
The official grand opening for Broadmoor Elementary's broadcast class will be September 30th, with sponsors from WAFB, Texas Roadhouse, and Ruby Slipper.
Well, that's all we have for tonight's Newsbeat. For Tiger TV, I'm Charlie Thomas.
And I'm Cooper Dick. Have a great night.